Yeah. Heavy grind. Yeah, this is dedication. This is blood, sweat. This is how I really made it. Damn. Ha. Yeah. Victorious. Victorious. I'm ready. Victory is mine. It's my time to shine.
Yes, welcome into the Sporty Show, and it is France taking on Spain this evening in the first semi-final of the Euros. As always, I am Sara Pararia, wearing red for La Furia Roja. What else is new? Joined with the one and only Klinton Cod.
Oh, yes. Today, Spain, it will be their first time for them to cry in the whole of this tournament. You ain't got nothing to say to me. I'm literally looking forward. I mean, you could see I'm wearing blue today. Blue means death. Death for Spain. And joined with us today as well is the one and only Alex Ashmore. Wagwan, Alex, what you say, my brother?
I said last time I'd do a smug face. I won't say why, but you all know why. Yes, good to be here.
Lovely. And also in the house we have the DJ, the miraculous DJ, Mr. Robert. Wagwan, brother. What you say, my G?
Thank you. You already know what I'm going to say. It's always good to be back on the show.
Nah, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you flexing that Balenciaga stuff, yeah? Big man things, yeah? Look at you, bro. Yo.
Miracle, today it's me and you, okay? These guys in the middle, don't worry about them. Spain's got it.
Nah, don't worry. Today is going to be very calm, Ali. We're not speaking about Ronaldo.
Giving you guys a break. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials. We're on Insta, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all of it. And our European journey is almost done, but there are a few major matches coming up. So come with us on the journey. And tomorrow night, Sporty Live will be back as they preview the England and Netherlands game, the other semi-final. And we will get to that all tomorrow as well. But here's what's coming up on today's show.
In today's Sporty Show, we preview the first semi-final as Spain take on France tonight. We'll take a look at what makes Spain the favourites in these Euros. We then look at France and Mbappe's lack of form in these European Championships as Deschamps looks for a way to qualify for yet another major final. And we also look at our standout players of the quarterfinals. All that and more on today's Sporty Show.
I don't think Klinton can get through one of our summaries of what's coming up on the show without having a little chuckle at our producer, Ben, and his very over-the-top voiceovers, if you will.
They're very good voiceovers.
Nah, but before Ben uses that voice, I think he needs to take a very hot cup of coffee or something, man. Because, fam, you're not advertising some cat food or something on TV.
Oh, my God.
and today, you know, this food will make them have enough protein. Like, oh, Ben, please.
Don't be mean. All right, guys, before we get into the massive match, which is Spain and France, we will look at the team of the quarterfinals. Now, this is, again, from our lovely producer, Ben, and in fact, he has not shown it to us yet, but he did say, specifically to me, that I will not be pleased with it. So let's see what the team of the quarterfinal is, and let's see if we agree with it, guys, because I'm thinking we might not.
Sorry, I mean, please, can you guys try to zoom it a bit, man? Because you know my.
I'm actually done. No. I looked at the front three. I'm already out.
Wait.
You're joking.
I'm quite happy with that, you know.
Do you know what? I saw the front three. I didn't even look at the rest, so I'm gonna have to take another look.
Right. Okay. So we have Saka on the left.
Yes. Okay. No. So let's read it out. We'll start from the back. Unai Simon for Spain, and then we have Jules Koundé, De Vrij, Pepe, William Saliba, and Kadıglu. From Turkey, in the middle, it's Dani Olmo paired with Arda Güler, and up front, it's Bukayo Saka, Memphis Depay, and Lamine Yamal. All right, Miracle, I'm going to take this to you first. How about we start with the back, boys, and we work our way up? Let's start easy with the keeper. So, few keepers to choose from. Miracle, what do you think of Unai Simon?
I mean, it's been pretty good this tournament, especially this last game he had. It's been all right in my opinion, but my problem is just that front three of all.
Oh yeah,
personally, I would take Gakpo over.
Okay, wait. Let's get to let's work our way up.
Yeah, all the way up. Yeah.
But so you're okay with Unai Simone.
Yeah.
Alex Ashburn, I know you have a bone to pick here. Talk to me.
I do. So, and I don't want to be accused of being biased, but
No, we already know you're an England fan.
Well, exactly.
Who said that?
And the truth is, if anybody says I'm not going to be biased, just know they're about to be biased.
Yeah, that's like the famous
That's
last
not
words.
So I respect that. I think Unai Simon has played well in this tournament, did well in the quarterfinals. But I think when we look at what Jordan Pickford did to get England through to the semi-final, I think he did more just purely based off the quarterfinal and deserves a spot in the quarterfinal team 11. That's my bone to pick. I think Jordan Pickford should be in this quarterfinal 11. I think he did more as a keeper in the quarterfinals than Unai Simon.
Right. You see, right, today should be the last time you would mention that name again, Pickford. For what? Like,
What did he do? What did he do wrong? What's wrong with?
Like, that's the thing. He did nothing right. He did nothing wrong. So I think he should. He what?
He effectively won England the shootout.
What do you mean? Like what?
He
Right.
made a brilliant save in the shootout.
Nah,
effectively winning that shootout.
He didn't make a brilliant save. He just made a save. Like, when it comes to shootouts, I don't think there's anything. When you see brilliant saves, you would know what brilliant saves are. Yeah? But when it comes to Pickford and England, I think with the performance I've seen the whole of this tournament, there's nothing right with England. Trust me. Don't.
Jordan Pickford with that penalty save, and I think the way he has kept England in the game, I think he's a solid keeper. And when it comes to penalty shootouts, I'll say it now, I think he's the best goalkeeper in the world at penalty shootouts.
I think that's
The best goalkeeper in the world. Dibu Martinez has something to say to that. Are
At
you
penalty
joking?
shootouts at the moment.
No,
I
he's
think
not. Dibu
Jordan
Martinez
Pickford
is
is up
better.
there.
Oh my God. No. Right now, who are you taking? Emi Martinez or
Come
Jordan
on
Pickford?
now. Jesus Christ. No. If you think about wait.
Come on.
It's the fact that you're having to think about it. You're
I'm on the
pissing me
spot
off.
right now, but I wouldn't take Pickford. I'll be honest. I would
Okay.
No, hold on. Wait. Listen, you see, you guys are not getting the points here, right? The fact that Miracle had to think about that thing is now is gotten me really upset. Like, they asked you Jordan Pickford over Martinez, and you said,
Okay,
No,
let
that's
me
shocking.
change.
That's
I
shocking.
think it.
Let me retract my statement. In the
Thank
world,
you.
maybe not. In Europe, at the moment, Jordan Pickford, penalties, I wouldn't have any other keeper.
Diogo Costa's crying.
Are you serious?
Diogo Costa's
In the world?
crying. No.
In Europe.
He changed.
Oh, in Europe. Okay, in Europe, right.
I wouldn't
okay,
have
makes
any other
sense.
keeper.
Makes sense. But then again, in Europe, would you guys not have Donnarumma somewhere, though?
Would you not have Diogo Costa?
I mean, Diogo
Portuguese,
Costa
like,
as
I'm
well,
sorry,
exactly.
I think he's
Yeah,
better
but for
than
real, though.
Pickford.
Let's be sincere.
I think if you look at all of the penalty shootouts Pickford's been involved in, every single one he's saved one with England. I think that mentality that he has in the penalty shootout is...
Wait, he saved one.
No, he's saved one in every single shootout he's been in, at least
I
one.
mean, that's his job, I guess. Like.
Well, exactly. No, thank you. No, because I mean,
he's doing
we've
it.
seen.
That's the issue with England. That's the issue with England. That whatever you do,
but that
you get in.
that's a very good statement there, because one save, like, you have keepers who would
No,
save
I'm saying
three.
he's made at least one save in every single shootout he's been in.
You see,
Name
that's
a
my
keeper
problem.
that's done that.
My problem with English people, they set the bar so low, and that's
For
why.
them, for everyone else it's hot, but for them,
Yeah,
whatever they
it's
do-
like just
whatever
do
they
the bare minimum.
whatever
Do
they
the
do,
minimum,
like-
and yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, what?
It's
He
top
saved
10
one.
in Europe.
And it's the fact that he's even using the accent. Oh yeah, I mean, he saved just one, just bang, penalty. Like, fuck.
All right, guys. Can we figure out our keeper? Are we going to stick with Unai Simone? Miracle,
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex, you've been outnumbered. It will be Unai Simone. Let's look at this back line. Jules Koundé, De Vrij, Pepe, Saliba, Kadioglu. Is there anyone here that you would like to mention?
Yes.
Talk to me, Klinton.
Now, first of all, I look at Pepe, in as much as he's been
The way you said
very
it.
solid for Portugal. He's been, like, you don't understand my respect. The respect I have for Pepe in this tournament is unmatched. I mean, I spoke about him in our last show, and I was saying, looking at the age and how much energy he's brought to the team in terms of chasing and covering up. There are some important saves that some tackles that you would expect that, you know, he does exactly what I see with Thiago Silva for Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at their age and how much these guys still work at that back line, and I'm speaking about the central defense, is crazy. Now, Pepe, the only reason why I would take him up this list is only because I have somebody better.
Tell
and
me.
I would rather have Virgil van Dijk there, right?
Verge.
First of all, I mean, he's a world class. I don't think there's... If you're speaking about the best Premier League defenders currently, both even in the Euros, right? I mean, he's done a lot so far for Netherlands. I mean, this is my own knowledge, what I've seen.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Van Dijk there because even in some of the game with Portugal, you could clearly see how faster players run past Pepe, and you will see Pepe. Like, you know, I was saying the other day, like when I saw, I can't remember who took the ball past him, and man was struggling. You could see that the age was there, and you could tell that he was like, damn, God, please just help me, make sure. and he was quite lucky. They didn't eventually score, take the opportunity from walking past him. So I would rather have Van Dijk there. I will be sure that nobody will run past him.
I think one player I would put in there, I'd probably take out Pepe, just because I do feel like he's too prone to maybe getting outpaced, and that age doesn't help him. I think a player that, probably because his team didn't win, probably isn't getting the recognition, but Manuel Akanji, I think, played brilliantly against England. And
Poor penalty, but yes, everything else.
I think when you look at his performance, I think he's been really good this Euros, and I think he played especially well against England. So I feel like if I was to make a change in that defence, I'd bring out Pepe and put in Manuel Akanji.
I'm just happy to see that we have two Nigerians that you're suggesting. Obviously, we have Saka up there, and then we have Akanji. You know Akanji is Nigerian, right?
Is he?
The noise.
Akanji.
Okay, wait. Miracle, I'll let you be the tiebreaker here. Alex would like to put Akanji for Pepe. Clinton would like to put Virgil van Dijk for Pepe. Would you like to make...
If it wasn't for the penalty, I would have chosen Akanji, but I'd like to go with Virgil van Dijk.
So you're going Virgil van Dijk?
Yeah.
All right, so we're subbing in Virgil van Dijk for Pepe. I'd like to also make a claim here for Cucurella, who was absolutely brilliant against Germany. He's been one of the standout defenders, I think, in this tournament, and none of us thought so because of his time with Chelsea, and then comes to the national team. I love the shout for the Turkish players here because that match against the Netherlands was so hard fought. But for me, this is Kuku's position. I would sub him out. You guys tell me what you think. If you don't want that, then that's fine as well.
I'm very happy with Cucurella.
No, I'm definitely happy with him as well.
Probably been the biggest surprise package of this Euros for me. Like yourself, I was very critical of him this season at Chelsea. I didn't think he lived up to the expectations. We obviously know why Chelsea bought him because of how well he's played before he joined Chelsea when he was at Brighton. But I just think he's really surprised a lot of people, and I don't know whether it's just something to do with playing with the national team as opposed to the club. It's, you know, he's been exponentially better than he has with Chelsea.
Yeah, but why though? Because that's something I've always thought about.
The question: why can't they play for their club?
Why?
And
Because when you look at Cucurella currently, he played like he's on a beast mode. Like, you're like, wait.
I mean, if you're looking at form, if you're looking at form, you could argue he's one of the best fullbacks in the world at the moment in terms of his performance at this Euros.
Yes,
but if you look at the season he has with Chelsea, I wouldn't even put him in, maybe top 10 in the Premier League.
Definitely not. I mean, top 20, definitely not.
So
100%.
I think it is the age-old question, why can't players replicate that form? But there are some players that I look at, I think Harry Maguire is a perfect example. Doesn't quite play to his best.
You see, that's my problem with English. This is my problem with English people again. Like, why don't you just say Harry Maguire is rubbish? Why do you want to go through the?
I'm trying to be fair.
No, stop being fair. Like, call a spade a spade.
Because I do
Harry Maguire in Manchester United, he's rubbish. Now, when it comes to playing for country, he's superb.
He does have his moments, I think. For Manchester United, overall, he's below average, I think.
I do think this last season, though, he had a bit of a resurgence. He was meant to be kicked off this team. He wasn't going to be transferred anywhere, and then he stayed, and then he actually was one of their stronger players, which, I mean, what does that tell you about the team? But I think, I
think having that also, I don't know whether it's just not having the captaincy, taking that pressure away from him. He can concentrate on his own game. When he plays for England, and this was probably one of my grievances with the selection at the beginning of the Euros, I feel like we should have brought Maguire with us because that experience he brings, how well he plays at international level, I feel like would have been priceless at this Euros.
I think that was one of the biggest mistakes they made with England. I think there are quite a few players that I feel should have made it to the Euros who would have used their experience to boost that England team that we've not seen in this tournament. Say, for example, if you had somebody like the name of the guy we were just speaking about now. You see, this is how much rubbish it is. Why are you guys looking at me, man? Tell me
trying
the
to
name
think
of
who
this
you're
guy.
thinking of.
The guy you just spoke about.
Maguire.
Maguire,
Harry
you see,
Maguire.
Jesus Christ, man. Fam, you guys know that I'm getting old. Dementia is setting in. These things tend to leave my brain quicker than normal. Now, if you have Maguire handling that central defense for England, which every single appearance he's made for England, he's been very superb. And you have Marcus Rashford. Now, we're talking about experience now, yeah? I feel like the England squad would have been way better than what we've seen in this tournament so far.
I do feel like that is, and you've got to get it right, there is a mix of too much experience and you want to blood in the youth.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
I feel like there are some instances where I look at that left wing, Phil Foden has not been up to it.
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon hasn't even played, so I can't really, I can't really criticise him.
Sure.
I think having that option of whether it is a Marcus Rashford or even a Jack Grealish, just to have that option.
You even have Raheem Sterling as well, who can still perform on that left wing at the same time.
I think it's just to have those options that would make us feel a lot more secure in attack. When those players don't perform, like Phil Foden hasn't, you want to turn to a solid replacement, and England haven't been able to do that.
They have not. Cucurella, are you happy with that substitution? All right, bienvenidos, Cucu and Virgil van Dijk for Pepe and Kadioglu in the middle, Dani Olmo and Arda Güler. I think this lineup is a bit, with the 5-2-3 here, it puts us in a bit of a particular situation.
I'm not a big fan of the formation.
Yeah,
I don't know
for
whether it's a... this is
having a back five.
This is park the bus if I've ever seen it.
For real. That kind of bus in England is called National Express. That's some serious National Express going on there, man. We need to dismantle it a bit.
There is one player I feel like maybe deserves to be in this conversation. Again, I'm going to be accused of being biased, but I think Declan Rice had a very decent game against Switzerland. I think he managed that midfield well. He shows the quality that he has shown for Arsenal this season, and I feel like that was probably his best game of the Euros so far, and I do feel like Declan Rice at least deserves to be in that conversation, to be in the midfield.
Because of one game, is that why you're putting Declan Rice?
Well, this is the quarterfinals 11.
It is based on one game, but I don't know if Declan Rice gets in over Olmo or Güler for the one game, but I'm happy with the honourable mention. Talk to me, Miracles.
I would say the same about Declan Rice. I really liked him this game, and I don't like watching England. I can see this.
No one does. It's pain. Even Alex is struggling.
Do you know what Alex has to do for every England game? He drinks a high blood pressure tablet once. Normally, the doctor said to him, take 250 mg. He drinks 500 mg just in case. That's Alex for you. That's England. This is what happens to you with England.
If I could say something to the people watching, is like, if you have trouble sleeping, this is for all of us, including myself, just put England game. For little ones as well. 10 minutes in.
You're gone.
You're gone. I was gone. I had to take like a break, mental break. You look at something else.
Genuinely.
Do
you know when the game went into extra time, I was like, you know what, at this point, I'd rather have England win because I just want the match to be over because it's pain, it's misery, it's suffering. It was poor. It was really poor all around. But enough about England. Dani Olmo, Arda Güler, are you subbing anyone in for those two?
No, these two have been especially Arda Güler was... I think it's the main reason Turkey's gone this far in the tournament. Especially this last game when he had the assist. For me, is the main reason Turkey's gone that far.
I've been really impressed with Arda Güler, and I think this might be, and I think Real Madrid already had that belief in him. They already had the idea that he's going to be the one to come in to replace Modric, to be one of those key members of that midfield. But this performance and these performances that he's had at the Euros, I feel like he is the star of that team. And he's not carrying the team, but he's been one of the most influential players in that team. So I feel like for him to show that on the biggest stage in football, one of the biggest stages in football, will really help him no end when it comes back to this season or the next season at Real Madrid. And they'll have a lot more faith in giving him some more game time this season.
Yeah.
Do you guys not think that Fabian Ruiz has...
been unbelievable.
I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking. That's the one guy I'm thinking about currently, and who can we drop if he was going to make it? Is there anyone among those two that's better than him?
It's hard to drop them, isn't it? I think maybe because Turkey didn't win, you would drop Arda Güler, but I feel like Arda Güler's individual performance was just so good. I do think Fabian Ruiz has been brilliant. But I think it's just too hard to take out Dani Olmo or Arda Güler.
Nah, but to be honest, I think I would definitely take out Olmo and put in Fabian Ruiz, to be honest. I think I see myself doing that very easy. For some reason, I think there's just something he brings to the team that means there's this spark. I mean, I'm not trying to say Olmo doesn't do it at the same time, but Fabian Ruiz, knowing that he plays for Spain, I think... I don't know, but I think he's good, man.
Yeah.
He's good. I think he has that. He's a technical magician at the same time, and he plays the way I would love to see. He makes me enjoy football, if that makes sense. And I would love to see that part of him in this final 11 for obviously the quarterfinal.
Definitely. Well, I think I'm happy with that midfield.
So we're subbing out Dani Olmo for Fabian Ruiz.
I mean,
Miracles? No.
Nah, I'm taking Olmo all day.
I think just for the quarterfinals.
I'd sub out Arda Güler for Fabian Ruiz. I think you made a good point there, Alex. Like, just because they didn't win, but I think like
that is a big part of it. I think you have to.
It's unfortunate.
It is, but I feel like when you're, considering how well and how it's not just how well they played, but how influential they were on the game. Arda Güler was fantastic. He played a massive part for Turkey, but couldn't quite get them over the line. Potentially, I mean, it was a close-run game. It was a really interesting game to watch, but I feel like maybe that loss just means that he doesn't deserve a spot in the team, but it feels harsh.
Well, Sir Ben just whispered in my ear and said, we can actually change this horrendous formation. So there is a shout to put Fabian Ruiz alongside Dani Olmo and Güler and then take out one of the defenders.
Yes,
and
I was thinking about that too.
I think we all know who that is going to be.
I think move to a 4-3-3, put in Fabian Ruiz, Dani Olmo and Arda Güler, take out Pepe.
But
Pepe's already out for Van Dijk.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have Van Dijk and we have Cuckoo. So, I mean, if...
Take out Kadioglu?
Yeah.
No, he's out. He's out for Cuckoo.
Oh, he's out for Cuckoo, sorry.
Cuckoo and Virgil van Dijk are in right now for Pepe. And Kadioglu. So
I would take out Cuckoo. Yeah, I understand he's had one of the best tournaments so far. But hold on, I'm about to shock you guys again, right? I understand that we are bringing in Fabian Ruiz, just to have the three midfielders and then obviously taking away. But then again, I am still going to take out Olmo and Güler.
Okay, Clinton's redoing the whole thing.
Wait.
From the beginning.
Wait. I am having Fabian Ruiz, and then
Declan Rice, that's a good choice.
No, it's not definitely. But I am having Rodri. See, let me tell you something. There is no game Rodri does not deserve to be in anytime, any day. Like I don't know what the class of these players were mentioning or any. Ooh la la! I can't believe we didn't speak about Rodri. Rodri is the best defensive midfielder in the world. Facts. Like you can't. There is no. You can't even. If you try debating it, I can punch you. Like 100%. Like let's just leave it at that.
I fully agree. Not just because you threatened to punch me. I feel like Rodri is one of those players for me, and this feels weird making this comparison, but to watch them on TV, Messi is unbelievable. To watch Rodri on TV, you see how well he plays.
Yeah.
To watch them in person, it feels different. It feels special in a way. And I was fortunate enough to watch Rodri play in that Spain versus Brazil game at the Bernabeu. The way he controls the midfield, his passing, his just the way he goes about playing football, and it's effortless.
I think it's literally the aura that he comes with.
It's effortless,
on the pitch. He's
exudes quality.
I think
brilliant.
what's so beautiful about the Rodri situation as well is that he was the perfect replacement for Sergio Busquets. Like embodies one another in not only the way that they play, but like you said, the aura, the calmness they both have. I mean, it really just, it was perfect. It was perfect for Spain. So, Clinton, can you just go over that again with me? So you're taking out Dani Olmo, you're putting in Rodri and Fabian Ruiz, and you're taking out Cucurella.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I don't know how it's said, but yeah.
I don't think I'd take out Cuckoo, but that's me. Guys, what do you think about Clinton's 4 changes right there?
I feel like as a back four, Cucurella, Saliba, Van Dijk and Koundé.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. De Vrij was the one that had to go.
Okay, I could take that as well.
All right, let's do that in the back then. Miracle, are you okay with that? Yeah? Okay, then what about the midfield for you? Do you think that it should be Fabian Ruiz, Rodri and Arda Güler?
I want to keep Olmo though, and that's the thing.
That's fine. No, you can.
But you know the reason why I've brought in Rodri though? It's not even because of his level of play. It's even the experience at the same time. Because when you look at Olmo and Güler, right? I mean, these are young players, right? And you need somebody who is going to act like that boss. You know, some more like a Toni Kroos kind of person. Obviously, I'm not going to compare Toni Kroos to Rodri, right? Because if Toni Kroos is obviously more on another level. He's been there. He's seen everything in life. But at least when we are speaking about if there's no Toni Kroos, if there's no Luka Modric or any body like that or people like that, Rodri could still.
They've done it on the biggest stage.
Yeah,
won a Champions League with Man City.
What has he know? Like he's I feel like he's won a lot. Like
he's come close to. I think when you look at his performances with Man City, obviously getting to the semi-finals of Champions Leagues, getting to.
I mean,
the
you know
final,
what he needs to have played 60, was it 65 games unbeaten or something? I can't remember.
Unbelievable. And I do think that experience. Dani Olmo has that experience in Europe, but I feel like Rodri just. The levels are different.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are keeping. Alex, you got to make the decision here because at this point I don't even know what Klinton wants to do.
I feel like Dani Olmo, because of the goal, and Arda because of his performance, I feel like deserves a spot, and I'm going to put. I feel like Rodri in that midfield. It's just hard to. I feel like if you take Rodri out of that midfield, compared to if you take Fabian Ruiz out of that midfield, I feel like you miss Rodri more than you do Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah.
I know it's
so
minimal,
no Fabian's getting shafted.
But I feel like Dani Olmo, Rodri, and Arda.
All right, let's keep it at that and move to the front. Dani Olmo, Rodri, and Arda. Welcome to the squad. Up front, we have Bukayo Saka, Memphis Depay, and Lamine Yamal. I just want to let you guys know, Lamine Yamal is leading this tournament with the most assists in 3, and he's 16. Easy. Light work for him. Incredible stat, really. This guy keeps on breaking records. It's incredible. The standout here is Memphis Depay, I think.
Exactly. No, I'm taking him out straight up. I mean, in as much as I had so much belief in Memphis Depay, and obviously judging from all the games he's played, he's not really played up to the level I've expected him to play so far. So I'm definitely taking him out. But I'm just trying to think about a replacement right now. I would even rather. Oh no, he's gone. Full Krug.
No, sorry.
I mean,
you could put him in. He did play in the quarterfinal.
He played.
If you wanted to, and this is stretching a little bit, and you could take Arda out of that midfield, put Fabian Ruiz in, and put Arda as part of that front 3 if you wanted to, and then have Lamine Yamal, Arda, and if you wanted to, Bukayo Saka. If you wanted to keep that front 3, but then that. Then allows you to put Fabian Ruiz in, but keep Arda in, but play him further forward, which is an option. I feel like, I think Memphis played well. He obviously got the assist.
I feel like you kind of have to play the players in the position they were somewhat playing. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah.
Because we're basing it on the match.
Yes.
We're basing this on one match, right? So I think if we're gonna start moving people around, it might. I think I'm gonna make the rule and say we can't do switching positions, even though we know the player can play there, okay? Because we are basing it on one match. So I think, okay, so wait, can I quickly just go over and say that Lamine and Bukayo Saka are cemented in this team?
I think they have to be.
No, I'll take Gakpo. I'll take Gakpo over Saka any day.
Talk to me.
Seriously, like.
I think if we're gonna go by the wings, where obviously I would not want to play Saka from the left, 100%, right? Saka is better off playing from the right. Yeah. So if we are going by that formation was on that sheet, I would definitely not have Saka there. Like you said, Kodigabo sounds more like a better replacement. But then again, I believe there are also. Yeah, definitely not Mbappe. Mbappe has literally been not anywhere close to anything we know from Mbappe in this tournament so far. But Saka,
So you would keep Memphis though? You would have it Gakpo, Memphis, and Lamine?
Yeah.
Sorry, wait. Hold on. Listen, I'm Nigerian, you're Nigerian, bro. Come on, we should have... Wait, because you're actually going to piss me off now. Wait, you're going to have Memphis Depay on this.
It's a hard pick.
let me give you 30 seconds to think. Because I know you're confused.
It's a hard pick.
He might punch you like he's going to punch me. Don't risk it. For me, and you guys know what I'm going to say, Bukayo Saka has to be in there 100%. You look at not just his performance, but that penalty. After the finals in 2021 against Italy, he came under so much criticism. And so much unfair criticism and the slack he
thank
received
you for correcting that.
For missing that penalty was unjust, and for a player of such a young age, he's only 22. 3 years ago, he was 19 taking that penalty. Imagine the pressure on a 19-year-old to then come back in a quarter-final, your country is watching, the whole country, your teammates are watching, and to do that, to score the penalty, I was delighted for him, but I think it showed such an ability to overcome that pressure, and I feel like if he can do this at just 22, the future is really bright for him, not just as a player. And this was something I noticed with the England penalties, and they've done this for a while with Southgate, is every penalty taker has someone that goes up with them to sort of encourage them, to motivate them as they're going along. It's the psychology of, we talked about this last week, Klinton, about how on the day a penalty you can be the best penalty taker in the world, but you can miss it.
Absolutely.
But if you have that extra support, that extra motivation, you're coming up to a penalty. It's a massive pressure on your shoulders. Yeah. But if you have that person beside you, just to encourage you, just to give you those kind words, to be like, come on, mate, you can do this. Yeah. I feel like it helps no end. And the psychology, there's a study been, loads of studies been done on it about how having that support system around you when you're taking a penalty is brilliant to have. And for Saka to do that and to convert that penalty, I feel like he deserves a spot in this quarter-final 11.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's just that gearing England is just...
It's making you sweat.
It's making me dizzy already. So you're telling me that England needs someone to hold their hand as they go into the penalty spot?
No, I'm not saying that. I feel like if you
can do it, yes.
If you can do it, why not do it?
You can do it. Like, I mean, if you can do it, why not do it?
We have nothing on it.
Out of all the teams, why did that have to be England? And now we're praising them for that. Imagine the miss. That would have been an excuse, like, why did he have to go follow him? Because it was 3 years ago or 4 years ago, it was that black guy, those black kids that did this. Now, oh my God, Nigeria did well.
Yeah.
That's the issue I have with England, that today is blue, tomorrow is red. Depends on the country where you're from. Like, why is it like that?
Yeah, but then again, speaking about this what we have on the screen there, I think I might have to take Bukayo Saka to the right. Yeah. Now I understand that it might mean that we are replacing.
Are you bringing out Lamine Yamal?
No. Wait. Let's think about this thing. No, wait. Let's think about this.
I think you might be getting punched now.
I just didn't know you were, not fully there.
Right, okay, I retract my statement.
Thank you.
Just because of Sara,
No, what were you going to do, though? You're going to move Saka to the right, take Lamine out, and then who would go on the left?
That's the thing. I don't feel good even taking Yamal out.
Yeah, you can. Not for the way he played.
You wouldn't feel good any other day. Like, also, Yamal is staying.
Yeah, he has
also,
to stay.
because this game is only based on the quarterfinals, and we're having a debate between whether it's Gakpo or Saka right now, any other day, that's Nico's position, and it will be when they come to the team of the tournament, because there's no way that is for Nico. That it's one game, fine, but I just want to make that very clear. He's been one of the standout players in this tournament by a country mile.
If right, if there's no space to put Bukayo Saka, because I don't see Bukayo Saka operating, to his full potential from the left, right?
He's definitely a right hand.
He's definitely a right guy. I mean, he's always right in everything he does from the right.
Thank you.
Now, the one thing I see myself do it is I might take out Saka because I want to see him play in his full potential, right? So instead of having him there and then watching him mess things up, I'd rather say, okay, bro, I understand that there's somebody there who's performed extremely better than you in this tournament, so I would rather have this person play on the right, put you on the bench. If there's anything that we need to use the bench for, obviously you're coming in. But right now, I'll take him out, leave him out there. Memphis Depay is definitely going. There are so many people that could get in there over Memphis. Now, on that left, who would I be replacing him with? The only reason why I would bring in Nico Williams is only because Nico Williams and Yamal, there's that connection that both of them have. I remember I was speaking to you guys about the whole Aki and Popo analogy, the Nigerian two youngsters who are Nollywood actors. And whenever you have just one of them in a film, it doesn't feel the same compared to when you have the both of them in a film. And that's what I see with Lamine Yamal.
Nice one.
No, please, guys, at least I corrected myself. Please. Having Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, and then somebody who is not Memphis Depay, I would even rather have Morata. But it would be too selfish because to me you are having 3 Spanish players up front.
You're allowed to do what you want if they play the best.
Yeah, but I don't want that because Morata is as rubbish as.
Can I give a shout? Are we skipping over Mbolo from Switzerland? He scored first against England. We're basing it on one game. If we're looking at strikers,
I feel like.
Are we glazing over it? Is my question.
He definitely deserves a shout. I feel like he was
because we have. Sorry, go first.
Effective with the chances he had. He only had 3 shots, 2 on target, scored 1, which is pretty good effectiveness. But I feel like apart from the goal, his influence on the game, I feel like he didn't do enough. And I feel like if he'd have continued, this is also not just down to him, it's down to the service you get. And if he'd have played a bigger role and Switzerland had got him involved more in that game, I feel like they could have beaten England. And that's probably maybe a reason why Mbolo doesn't get in there, but he definitely deserves to be in the conversation.
All right, let's figure out our striker before we go back to the left really quick, and then we will move on to Spain and France. We have an option of Memphis and Yildiz, and then we have Harry Kane and Mbolo. Then we have Alvaro Morata and Kai Havertz. I'm going to just go ahead and say no there. And then we have Ronaldo, and we have...
Just the name of Ronaldo makes you laugh. You have something against that guy at this point.
Oh, God, oh, Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
who was
You know, when
playing
I hear
in the
the word
middle for
Ronaldo,
France?
when I hear
Randall
Ronaldo,
Colomwani.
I'm forced to wear my
I
shade.
think so, yeah.
Oh, they played two up front.
Yeah, but
it was him
Colomwani
and...
was mostly in the middle, yeah.
Yeah,
Can I make an outrageous shout?
go for it.
So, in terms of the game, he didn't actually play that much. He came on as a late substitute in extra time. But his penalty might have been one of the coldest penalties I've ever seen.
Oh, here we go. England. Cole Palmer.
No, not Cole Palmer, Ivan Toney.
Ivan.
See, hold on.
I can agree with that.
No,
yeah.
wait, and I'm going to disagree with that one, right? Do you know why? No, let's be sincere with ourselves. I understand that Ivan Toney scored a penalty,
Yeah.
right? And people, they've made it the news because he was looking at the keeper, he wasn't looking at the ball, and then it becomes some really massive story. For me, what's special about not looking at the ball? Let's be sincere with ourselves. Like, I can literally turn my back and use my back heel and I will score a penalty. Like, why are they making this thing sound like he did some almighty what? Fam, there are people who I've seen take penalties. And we're not speaking... There's a guy that's played for Arsenal before, and I think he's gone to... I can't remember the European country. He's called Maitland-Niles, right? Maitland-Niles is probably one of the best penalty takers alive.
Walk. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
He just walks, and you can just feel that.
This guy, see, you know your football.
I'd say Ivan Toney is a better penalty taker. Ivan Toney hasn't missed a penalty in over 6 years.
Sorry, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, producer Ben, can you turn off this mic? No, because no. We don't want to hear from this guy again. Hey, listen. Ivan Toney, all he's done, and mind you, it wasn't like when he kicked the penalty, he played it to a different direction and the keeper went to a different direction. Like, he could have missed it. Like, I understand he's never missed a penalty.
Could have, but he didn't.
Yeah, just like every other person that's taking a penalty on that same day. Like, they could have missed, but did they miss? Bukayo Saka did not miss. Every single England player that took a penalty, I mean, there are even penalties that were way better. That the only thing that we're arguing here, that everyone is speaking about on the media, is the fact that Ivan Toney did not look at the ball. That's it. Yeah. That's it. And wait, if the ball is there, what?
I did say it was an outrageous suggestion to have it there, but...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, let's get this done, because we really need to talk about Spain and France here. For your striker, who are you going with? I'm going to ask you all, we're going to figure it out. Striker, pick one. I know, to be fair, it's not a great position.
I'm staying with Memphis.
Memphis, good.
I'm going with Memphis as well.
All right. It doesn't matter 2 against 1. Fine. Memphis 5 will stay. We have someone from our YouTube stream, Abdul, saying Gakpo is far better than Saka. Gakpo should replace Saka in the quarterfinals. Who are you going for on the left?
On the left, I'm definitely going to go with Gakpo because of the position, not because he's better than Saka.
Fine. You're going Saka, you're going Gakpo? All right. We're bringing in Cody Gakpo for Bukayo Saka. And really quickly, our team now of the quarterfinals, if I can remember it after all those changes. In the back, it's Unai Simon. We have Jules Koundé. We have Saliba. We have Virgil van Dijk and Marc Cucurella. In the middle, we have Rodri, Dani Olmo, and Arda Güler. And up front, we are going with Lamine Yamal, Memphis Depay, and Cody Gakpo. Comment on the YouTube stream if you're watching, if you agree with that. Good work, gentlemen.
I cannot believe that Memphis actually made it.
You know what?
I can't believe you guys, you know.
Okay,
Memphis
first of all, this debate is done.
Okay, yeah, it's done. Right, yeah. It's done. But I still cannot believe Memphis made it. But yeah,
right.
It's done.
It's done. Let's talk about the big match tonight. Spain versus France, guys, in what, again, I feel like I've said this time and time again, should be a exciting, brilliant fight between two sides. Maybe a little bit lackluster. France, 3 goals, Alex, in this tournament. None from open play. 1 from Mr. Mbappe on the spot. And, of course, 2 own goals. Meanwhile, Spain, 11 goals, 2 conceded. Of course, one was Lenormand, an unfortunate own goal. And one was a German. Who scored for Germany? I just lost off the top of my head here.
I've
Germany.
lost it as well. Florian Wirtz.
It's Wirtz, yes. Okay, so arguably the second best team in the tournament, maybe besides Spain. So they're looking good as well in that sense. But let's talk about France and their lack of goals up front here.
It's been a really consistent problem, and you look at the players they have, they should be doing a lot better. Ousmane Dembélé, Marcus Thuram, Kylian Mbappe. You know, he's arguably, in terms of where he's playing and on form this season, the best player in the world. And he's got that pressure on his shoulder. He has produced on the big stage. He just hasn't really lived up to it. I do think, I'm going to give him an excuse here. I do feel like his broken nose has influenced a lot. You see the mask that he's wearing, you can see he's not quite got his whole peripheral vision. You can really tell it's affecting him when it comes to getting shots on target, whether he's not fully facing towards goal, if he's turning and shooting. I feel like that's really affecting him. Even having said that, France should be scoring a lot more goals than they have been. To not score from open play and to be in the semi-finals, it's impressive, but it's worrying. And you're coming up against the Spain side, as you said, who are on really good form, beating a really strong Germany side. Their front three, Morata, although hasn't been on top form, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, the two, if you're looking at the team of the tournament, those two are solid selections. So I really worry for this France side. The only thing that I think will be the difficulty for Spain, and I think that something that France will use, is their defence. France's defence has been fantastic. Jules Koundé, Upamecano. I know you're a fan of Upamecano.
I'm not really a fan of this particular tournament. Sorry.
Theo Hernandez has been fantastic. William Saliba, although he's not playing in his natural side of the centre-back positions, he's been unbelievably good.
Definitely.
And Maignan as well has been good. I feel like that France defence and the midfield as well. Rabiot I haven't been too keen on, but Tchouaméni, when Camavinga's come on, he's played well.
I think Rabiot will start over Camavinga.
Yeah, I do think he will, but I feel like that midfield with Kante as well, it's brilliant. They just need to fix that problem going forward. And Griezmann, he hasn't impressed me as well. And
I think this is.
I mean,
it's been a big
can we talk about that though, really quickly?
When we speak about this current French team, it's not like they've not created chances though. It's just that they've not taken the chances that have been created. I mean, we've seen Mbappe missing one-on-one chance. We've seen what's the name?
Randall Colomwani.
No, Griezmann. Yeah, we've seen Griezmann like literally, just stroke past a potential sweet assist that he could literally just tap into the net. And I mean, remember the match where he fell into somewhere and they had this really serious injury. I mean, there's been a few matches that it's not like France. Yeah, France and England, they've been the two teams in this tournament that's not really lived up to expectations so far. But both of them, there's still some level of difference. With England, it's more like they've not really found the connection in their game. With France, it's not like the connection isn't there. The defense, everything is strong, but take the opportunities. I think that's where they've had a problem with. And I want to believe that with this game today, right, we've seen teams that when they faced other teams that they believe they would mess up so easy, they've not really lived up to expectation. But when they face teams that they think this is going to be difficult, they suddenly turn up. So today I'm expecting them to be like, right, this is Spain. Right, this is not some random team they've played all through this tournament. This is Spain. We have to sit up, and I'm expecting them this time to play like the France we know.
I think that's the big thing for me is you talk about how England still haven't found that connection with this France team. It's one of those teams where I feel like they could click at any moment, whereas this England team, I really can't see that. I feel like it needs more process and more time. This France team, it's almost like a sleeping giant. They, one moment, and like you said, I think playing against a team like Spain, they will wake up, and I think they'll come good.
Can I ask you about Antoine Griezmann, because we kind of glazed over that, but Griezmann has not had a good this tournament, miracle, right? But he had kind of a resurgence this season at Atleti. He bounced back. At the age of about 32, 33, he had a brilliant season. And I think we've really realized that this is not just Mbappe's team. I mean, of course, you look at every position and they're really so strong when you mention the likes of their defenders, Saliba, Upamecano, and then up front, Tchouaméni, all these guys. But Griezmann, to me, I'm starting to really think that without him performing, there is such a loss of creation, of potential chances to score. And I think a lot of it comes down to him. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're actually right. Like, Griezmann is one of the most underrated players in that team. Like, without talking about Giroud, I think Giroud is like the most underrated player in France history. Then we got Griezmann. It's just like, as you said before, like without Griezmann, there's no creation. There's no like that tactical football, like like there's no that vision. It's the same thing with Argentina. Just to mention that for a minute, like we got Messi, yeah, he can do this, he can do that, but we never talk about Angel Di Maria.
No, we do, because thank you so much for saying that, because El Fideo needs to have the recognition. Oh my God, miracle, today. Continue.
So yeah, like we need to start giving them the merit they deserve, like and start acknowledging that they actually deserve the chance. Like Griezmann should be playing, I think he should be playing today.
Yeah, I think they're going to go back to him, and then Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele and Randall Colomani.
And if I can say something quickly, it's just to mention what Alex has said about Mbappe, like it's because of the mask, because of his broken nose. I'm pretty sure other players have played with the mask and probably scored like.
Of course, Osimhen's done it so many times, man.
Thank you for saying that. Osimhen does not
Say
miss.
it with your Nigerian
He does not miss.
Yes.
He does not miss. So using that mask as an excuse. Because it's more like an excuse than a reason, because the difference is...
Yeah.
An excuse is like, always got the mask. It's
yeah, and every time, oh, sorry for cutting you, by the way. Yeah? No, it's the fact that every time he's done something stupid on the pitch, he starts trying to adjust. It's not your mark. Stop being... This is what I would expect somebody like me to do as, a guy that wants to be corny here and there. But Mbappe... He wasn't even performing before the mask, yeah? And when the mask came, to me, I felt like it became worse because he was almost closing his foresight. And he was wearing the mask once when he had this one-on-one and he went somewhere. And obviously, he started trying to... It wasn't... When the ball came to your leg, the mask didn't cover the ball. Exactly. When it was time to shoot, that was where you started trying to...
People wrong with the ball with the mask.
But he got injured in the first match, to be fair.
Was it in the first match?
Yeah.
You can't deny it hasn't affected him, though. I think you can definitely tell.
But I think it has in the sense that, like, in terms of maybe it's not pain, but your peripherals, it is.
Yeah.
Sure. But I do kind of agree with what you guys are saying, too, that, and Alex, you tell me if you agree as well, that it's not, it could be an excuse in that if he doesn't perform, he can just put it on the mask. So there's a bit of, like, less pressure where he's like, I'm just going to say it was the mask. Yeah. It was
but it's true, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as much on him, where we've seen him carry this side the last World Cup, and he was like, all right, I have to be him, and he was him. There was no debate there. But this time I kind of feel like, is it a scapegoat, maybe?
It could be.
It could be.
I think mask or no mask, he hasn't been good enough, but I definitely think that it's maybe not been the whole reason why he hasn't been performing well, but I definitely think it's affected him, whether it's been, like I said, peripheral vision, whether you're not facing the goal, you're turning towards and you're shooting. I do think it has, whether he maybe doesn't even realise it himself, it does affect him and does affect players, and it takes people a while to get used to wearing a mask. I'm sure Osimhen was the same. I'm sure he wasn't instant impact with the mask. So
I can't
Man became Batman with the mask.
No,
different.
But that's the crazy thing, because it's probably the opposite, because the moment Osimhen started wearing that mask, it felt like it was beast mode activated. Trust me, that's literally been Osimhen with that mask on. And do you know the funny thing? I feel like Osimhen does not even need to wear that mask, but I think he's still wearing it, right?
Yeah, still wearing it sometimes, yeah.
But I think he's not wearing it because of safety. He's just wearing it because he's like, they know me as Batman on the pitch now.
Legit.
They know there's some kind of threat that comes with it.
It's a mental image at that point.
God bless you. Yeah. That's literally what it is.
Okay, I'm taking this to you because we're going to talk about a certain País Vasco player here, because Spain obviously have two very big misses in Dani Carvajal for being an absolute assassin on the pitch last match and getting red carded, and Lenormand accumulated 2 yellow cards in this tournament, so he will be out. Big losses for Spain's defense here. Now, I'm reading a lot that it could be Jesus Navas coming in alongside... Oh, I just lost my train of thought. It wasn't Vivian, because I was thinking that Vivian would come into this position instead of Jesus Navas, because when I think of the likes of Kylian Mbappe versus Jesus Navas, that is one thing that gives me a bit of anxiety as a Spain fan.
As a Spain fan, I'm just going to say don't worry about Mbappe.
Wow.
Not today. He's not.
Hey. Nacho. Oh my God. Sorry, I forgot about Nacho. How could I?
It didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen last week. It's not going to happen today. Like, we're not going to expect him to just be like, oh, Carvajal is not there. I'm going to take off my mask off. My mask is going to give me some power. No, he's not going to come back. It's not happening today. He's probably going to crash out the tournament just the same way he came in.
So that's what the graphic is looking like. I think Vivian getting a shout here, though, was my question to you, obviously being Bilbao player. Yeah. Do you think you would put in Vivian over, these 2 veteran players of Nacho or Navas?
Nah.
No, you're going to start it like this.
I'm staying with Nacho, especially Nacho. I'm staying with him.
Nacho and Jesus Navas. Alex.
No, to be honest, I think I agree. I think
Okay.
when it comes to Nacho, maybe he hasn't had his best season with Real Madrid, but he's done it on the big stage. He has the composure. He has the experience. The big thing that Klinton's talked about. When you have that experience on the big stage, even if you're not quite up to speed with maybe the ability and the technicality of the game and the speed, you can use your experience to be one step ahead of the rest of the players. So I feel like you have to pick Nacho in this case.
And Jesus Navas as well.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the pairing on one side and just the fact that they are older players, because Nacho has been caught a few times in this tournament already because of his age. It's a bit concerning. Dani Olmo will likely slot in again for Pedri's position, which I'm happy as ever because he played well against Germany, obviously. And then up front, we have the same Lamine, Nico, and Morata. This is Spain's game to win.
It is. I'm very disappointed if they don't.
It's anybody's game to win.
Clinton just want to deny. You want to deny.
No, I mean, listen.
The truth. Just
When you guys look at both teams, you will see that they have proper potential. First of all, looking at the French team, I do not understand why they don't even have Ousmane Dembele starting. I remember according to the potential lineup, right? Let's imagine that it was Kolo Muani, right, that was going to start from the right, for example. Now, obviously, I will have some level of problem because Ousmane Dembele is somebody who's had that crazy experience when it comes to the big stages. There's nowhere you would say Ousmane Dembele is not really played. And whenever he comes on the pitch, you could clearly see how threatening he is from that right. I don't know if it's just me that sees this, but there's just something about Ousmane Dembele that if I was a defender, I would pay more attention to him because there's just something about him, the flicks, the way the speed,
Oh, he's so quick.
He's so quick, and sometimes you don't even know where he's going to go. Is he going to go to the right or is he going to run straight to the, towards the 18-yard from the right? Just you know how he takes it, and you have to chase him, and somehow he's bringing in the ball into the 18-yard box, and that's something I really love about wingers, right? For me, I've said it time without number that as a winger, your job is to create chances from the wings, right? So how are you able to take on defenders and get the ball in the 18-yard box? Now, Ousmane Dembele does that very perfectly. Yeah. And he's somebody that just the same way in the Spanish team, we have Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal left and right causing havoc, right, as Aki and Popo. Now, with the French team, I would love to see Kylian Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele doing the same. They've done it. We understand it's not happening for them this time around, right? They've not really registered a goal from, that's not on or whatever.
And a goal from open play.
Yeah, from open play. But today it might be different. I understand that. Yeah, he's lost hope. He's lost hope for Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, because he's not had the best. They've not had French as a whole. The French team as a whole, they've not had the best time so far. But like I said, this is Spain. They are playing. Things could be different. Trust me, this feels like a Champions League final. When you actually think about it. And these players are going to turn up. Today is going to be I don't know why I have this really strong conviction that today is going to be different from every single game that the French team have played so far.
It's like Alex said, it could be a possibility. With the players that they have, there could be an awakening finally. Who knows? And with Didier Deschamps, he knows how to win tournaments. That is one thing that he knows how to do.
We have forgotten about the clip that was on. Oh man, I wish our producer Ben would play that clip.
We can play that clip. Let's play that clip.
Let's see that clip. He was saying something on to the press, if it's possible. But basically, just before it comes on the screen, when it comes, I'm gonna shut up.
Yes, Didier Deschamps, Ben.
So he was being asked as to why the French team, they've been quite boring.
We're good to play it.
Okay, right.
If you are bored, go and watch something else. It doesn't really matter. Nobody is forcing you. Apart from that, these Euros have been rather peculiar, and it's been very difficult for everybody to score. Up until now, we have seen a lot less goals than in the past. But if the Swedish are bored of watching France, well, that's of no importance to me.
I just feel like I just want to, just say everything in the French accent.
That's brilliant.
If you don't care, or just go and watch some EVA or another match.
It's a bit bizarre that he's basically saying that we've played boring football, though, and just coming out and being like, it is what it is. We've still gotten here.
No,
You
exactly.
have to be like that to a certain point. You have to be like, brush it off. Because the players see that, they'll think he's relaxed, he's confident.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I do understand that, we want to see France play very good football, but then again, he might be right to an extent. Listen, I don't care how I'm getting to the finals. Whether his own goes all through, I don't care.
It's like England.
Exactly. It's like England. We don't know how come they got there, but they got there, right? Right.
I'll tell you right now, if it's an England and France final, by some hope, you better believe I'm not watching it. I'm not going to waste my time. My time is too precious for terrible football. Really poor own goals.
You will go for a walk.
I'll go for a walk.
No, genuinely. Let's start our holiday early. We'll take off. Yeah. No, we can't be having that. All right, well, let's see what happens tonight. It is Kylian Mbappe and France taking on Lamine Yamal and Spain. That's 7 p.m. WAT, 6 p.m. GMT time. Miracle, Alex, Klinton, as always, thank you for being here. Guys, enjoy the match. We will be back again tomorrow previewing everything England and Netherlands, and hopefully I will be smiling just like this because Spain will be going to the final. But who knows? Anything is possible. Enjoy the football. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place.
Ebwe.